is currently 4:21 p.m. So I'm just chilling. I'm so exhausted. School has worn me out. Again. Once again, I'll be putting more content out shortly. Just a random chat. Kind of just getting sick of people being dumb and extremely rude. Like, seriously. So stupid to be mean for no reason. Don't get why people see the need to be mean for no reason, but they do. Like I said before, I'm not afraid to tell someone they're a sucky person. I mean, so yeah, it's just sucky. Wish I could, automatically just make the money I need. Or that school and everything could, not be expensive. Trust me, the amount of money that things cost these days is absolutely ridiculous. Like, seriously, why does everything need to be so much? It's not fair. Like, come on, people are suffering and stuff, and people are like, well, if I can't make money off of it, I'm not gonna help. Well, then, screw you. People need help whether they can afford it or not. And, we're kind of laughingstock to other places in the world. I mean, look at us. We're the one who has the most children being unalived in stupid circumstances because of silly little things. And, it's like, for once, can you put aside your hate and just be nice? I mean, geez, you don't have to like the person, but you gotta help them at least. Come on, if you have a daggone heart, you should want to help somebody. But then I forget. A lot of people were raised to be self-centered, so, I mean, not everyone has a heart, which, is the problem. And I'm so sick of people saying that, my generation is a bunch of wussies and we're weak. No, we actually care about people. And I was raised not to believe in blind obedience, which is different from respect. Blind obedience is just doing what someone tells you, even if it causes you bodily harm because, well, I'm an adult and I told you to do it, so you're going to do it. Respect is, like, hey, can you take off your hat? That's the rules, and then you take off your hat. That's respect. Blind obedience is just doing something because someone said, well, I'm the adult and you have to do what I say. No. I was taught very different from that. You want respect, you earn it. It's a two-way street. And I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what all these people say. Once again, I have my beliefs. Other people have theirs. If you disagree with my beliefs, then you don't have to like me. You don't have to watch me. You can just go on about your happy, skippy life without me being involved. It's the cool thing about the internet. It's the cool thing about life. You can ignore whoever you don't like. You can completely just be like, nope, you don't exist. You're a ghost. You do not exist in my book. So, cool thing about being human. Although I will get a lot of people, talking about, you're 16 and you have no life experience. Thank you for telling me that. as I've said in previous videos, or previous video, you people don't know my life story. I only tell you, or, give you a glimpse of what it's like. You don't know what I don't tell you. So, I mean, it is what it is. People are still going to be jerks. People are, still going to be butt munches for no reason. Just for the fact that they can. Which I think is really sucky that we let people do that. Whether they're grown or not. I mean, if you're an adult, you should be an adult, not act like a toddler. I mean, come on. You're an adult, grow up. You don't have the right to sit there and throw a hissy fit because someone is gay or whatever. Or you don't get the right to throw a hissy fit because someone isn't the same race as you. I mean, come on. That's silly. I mean, did your parents not raise you better? I mean, if they didn't, that's really sad. That they didn't teach you to respect other people. But, I mean, what can you expect from the generation that was like, yeah, I had a house, a car, and everything in between? You can't expect too much from them. Which is sad. But it's the truth. You really can't. And that is my mom's cat purring. He's such a cutie. And a purry toe. But like I said, you can't expect much from the generation that literally punish their children for being literal children, so you can't expect much from them. And, it takes a while to end the cycle of toxicity in a family. But seriously, you can't expect too much from people like the older generation that smack their kids around for being children. I mean, you shouldn't expect a child to function on an adult level, and then when they start acting like an adult because that's what you wanted, then you tell them, well, stop being grown. How about no, you make up your mind and decide what you want. Because guess what? Our brains aren't developed and fully developed until we're 25, and teenagers and children, we don't use the decision-making part of our brain. We respond with our feelings. If we feel strongly about something, we're going to be impulsive. We're going to act on it. It doesn't matter what you tell us, because our brain is a really cool organ, but there are developmental stages to it, and if you don't understand that, you could wind up doing more harm than good to a child. I mean, and a lot of people are like, oh, he's too sensitive, he's a boy, he needs to toughen up. No, he does not. Sensitive men are what we need. Those are the men that are going to live and not become part of the unalive statistic because they unalive themselves at their own hand. Okay? So, I don't care what you think, oh, men need to be tough, or women need to be soft. You know what? No. People just need to be human. Just human. There's no man, woman, whatever. Nope. You just need to be human. Humans have feelings. Humans do things. Humans can do cool stuff like this. We can hold markers. We can draw. We can even bend our fingers backwards. I mean, look. We can speak. We're humans. We're cool. We're cool creatures. But when we start acting stupid, we're not cool anymore. Then we're just a danger. We're not cool. We're not anything. And like I said, the adults that are all like, oh, she's dressing grown or he's acting grown. You know what? Most of us, you push to that point because you're like, stop whining or stop crying, I'll give you a reason to cry. And then when we don't tell you anything, you're all like, you never trust us. Because you literally threatened to beat us for crying. Now, I have experienced that from my dad, where he's like, if you don't stop crying, I'll give you a reason to cry. Which is the reason I don't cry now, as an older teenager. More in part 2. Okay, this is part 2. I don't know how many parts I'm going to have to this, so bear with me. As I left off with, after hearing that a lot, if you cry, I'll give you a reason to cry from my dad a lot. I, to this day, still don't cry over most things. Unless I really can't take it. Which is not good for anybody. But like, seriously, I'm so tired of their double standard. Oh, stop acting grown. Wait, you need to act mature. Make it make sense. You can't tell a child, oh, stop whining, you need to act mature. You can't tell a 6-year-old that. And then when the 6-year-old starts acting grown, then you're like, stop acting grown, you're not an adult. You can't have it both ways. You can't. And if you really think you can, you need to get some help for the sake of you and your child. And I hate the parents that are all like, well, I'm the adult, you do what I say, blah, 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 blah. No, that is authoritarian parenting. Authoritative. Gentle parenting is not being, oh, it's okay, I'll let you hit me some more. No, that's not what it is. And, it's like, oh, you made a mistake, here, let's fix it. Let's figure out how we can fix it. Whereas most parents want their child to be afraid of them, which in the long run doesn't do any good. But so many parents think it does, and it's like, how unintelligent can you be? And it's like, seriously, bro, seriously. And I know a lot of adults are going to come in here and bash me for what I say, and once again, I'm 16. The teenager part of me does not care what anyone has to say or thinks. Because I just don't. That's just my personality. I think if you're going to be a jerk, you can be a jerk elsewhere, but not here. Not on my page. Not on any of my platforms can you be a jerk. Because if you are a jerk on any of my platforms or pages, I'm just going to block your behind, and that's the end of you. I don't have time to deal with people, especially grown adults, trying to waste their time when they should be making money, going to work, or taking care of their own children, coming on here and bashing me. Look, I generally don't bash people, but there are some groups of people that I will like to bash, because they deserve it. Abusers are one of them. People that are rapists are the second one, and, it's just like, y'all really expect people to care about you when you don't care about anybody else except for your own selfish wants and needs. And it's like, why should anyone care about you? You're selfish. You're going around hurting people because you want what you want. No, you're not a kid anymore. I'm sorry, if you want what you want, you're not throwing a fit over it or taking it forcefully. Because you know what? You should be on death row for that baloney. I don't care who you are. Murder is still murder. I don't care. Grape is still grape no matter what. So, I'm so sick of it. So sick of the economy. I'm just so sick of everything being so sucky. And nobody coming together to fix it. Because everyone's got their head so far up their own rear end. That's like, oh, I don't like you because you're gay. I don't like you because you're black. I don't like you because you're Asian. I don't like you because you're Pacific Islander. I don't like you because you're indigenous. Oh my gosh, people. The amount of hate towards so many groups of people is stupid. It's like, can you people not get along for 2 seconds? What are you, a bunch of squabbling siblings? Because if it were my dad, he would have beat my butt and my brother's butt and made us walk the daggone stairs repeatedly for squabbling like that. So, it's just one of those, if you really, really want to test the waters to see how far you can go, be my guest. But people like me are just going to tell you to sit the heck down and chill out, because no need to be that hateful towards random people that you probably haven't even met in real life. Like, people are so chronically online these days. People are so on the internet, so stuck in the internet. And it's like, do you ever do anything besides the internet, or do you just live in your mom's basement? I mean, really. Like, the amount of people that I've had. No, this hasn't been in recent. This has been in the past. When my dad was watching over my social media account when I was like 14, 15. So this isn't recent. This is a while ago. Actually, not even 15. It was more when I was 14. Anyways, point being, the amount of grown adults that I would get messaging me was absolutely atrocious and disgusting. It's like, oh my gosh. You all should be ashamed of yourselves. I mean, you should be so ashamed for saying those things to a child. Like, what is wrong with you people? And the amount of them that would be like, oh, will you marry me? Will you date me? Will you date my son? Like, no, I have my own life to worry about. I am not an object for a man or a woman's use. Sorry, not happening. And, you know, if a lot more people were like me, now I know that if someone gets raped, it is not their fault. They are not at fault. The rapist is at fault, not the victim. But when you have a lot of people like me that are willing to, I mean, throw hands, and yeah, I know that sometimes fighting off the attacker doesn't work. I mean, I've seen pictures of women who have fought off their attackers and the attacker still succeeded. But I'm one of those people that I just straight up tell them, you got 2 seconds to go. You can either continue to be a child dater and a rapist, or I can have my parents contact the police and then have them show up at your door. You know, sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. But it's just like the amount of nasty creatures we allow on the planet and that we don't deal with, because it's like, oh, you can't hurt this person because, like, you'll go to jail. You can't murder because you'll go to jail. It's like then this right here. Then why are these white people that are murdering all these other races of people walking free? Why? Why are they walking free? They shouldn't. They should get twice as much time for what they did. Like, seriously, I'm so sick of people saying, oh, black people are murderers and you know, child predators and whatever. No, it's generally the old white men that are like 60, 70 plus years old. You know, some of them are younger too, but I haven't been on the news lately, or in the past year or two, where I've heard of a gay person or drag queen raping a child. I haven't heard of a Asian raping a child, and you know, I maybe I'm just not in the news enough. But as far as I've looked in the past year, the statistics are generally all old white men. So me, as you can tell, pretty fair-skinned person, I don't like being around old white men. It makes me extremely uncomfortable. And I know a lot of you will be like, well, that's, you know, you're being racist towards your own race. No, that's me being cautious since I've seen the statistics online. Thank you. But, I mean, that's just sad. And the fact that I get so much hate, like, back when I was in middle school, maybe 6th, 7th grade, I went to an all school where there was not many people of my skin complexion. And so I got bullied a lot. One of some people's favorite things that used to bully me, their favorite thing to say was, oh, your family had slaves and you're a slave owner and all this other baloney nonsense. When, in fact, my great-grandmother, who tragically passed in 2021, was alive in the 1930s and also helped with, you know, her grandparents, her parents helped with the Underground Railroad. So, you know, for anyone who's like, oh, well, you know, you had slaves, I'm actually part Irish, so my ancestors were also enslaved. I'm part indigenous. I am part European. I'm actually mostly European. So, you know, I'm a mix. I'm not all of one thing, but I'm so tired of people, you know, telling me to go unalive or whatever because I'm white. Just because I'm white doesn't mean I automatically am a racist or a raging homophobic, transphobic, racist butt munch. Because I think I've said this in a video before, I am bisexual. So of course I'm not a homophobic, transphobic, raging butt munch, and I'm not racist either. But so many people seem to think I am, because, you know, I'm a fair skin complexion, so of course I'm a raging butt munch. More Okay, this will be the last part for now. This is gonna be a little off from the other video. But this is just some food for thought for some people. As I've been reading in the news lately and thinking about how much I've heard, I have this question for a lot of Christians and a lot of religious people. Mainly Christians, though, because they seemingly don't understand most things. Here's the first part of this statement. How would you guys have such a victim complex? Like, you all are like, oh, everybody hates me, nobody likes Christians. I'm sorry, but have you ever been threatened to have your rights taken away and your life because of who you love? Have you ever been called a terrorist or a unaliver because of you being a certain religion? Have you ever been enslaved? No, because the Jewish were enslaved. So, have you ever been unalived because of the color of your skin? I know there are Christians out there that are of different skin tones, but I'm asking the entirety as a whole. This is not just one specific target point. This is for all of you. Have you ever been, threatened to be unalived? Have you ever not had rights? I mean, I'm just asking here because you guys are the first ones to say, everybody hates me, nobody likes me. Everybody hates Christians. Well, maybe if you guys weren't so daggone judgmental. I mean, literally, I've read your book. I was a part of the religion for a wee bit. And then when I came out as bisexual, first thing I got told by some people was I'm going to HE double hockey sticks. And I'm like, wow, you people have no consideration for anybody but your daggone book. Okay? You really don't. And sure, there are other religions that are going to hate me too because I like women. Congratulations, you all don't like me, but right now, focusing on the Christians. And before a lot of you say, oh, I'm hating on you, you know what? No, I'm just speaking the truth because I've seen a lot of people speaking the truth lately about y'all. And, I just want to know why you guys got to be so judgmental when it's in your book to not be. Tell me how much sense that makes. Talk about contradictory and hypocritical. You gotta be the first ones to judge when in your book it says you're not allowed to, but, sure, you all are a bunch of gods, aren't you? I mean, seriously. I mean, the most you've had is someone be mean to you because they don't like that you're shoving your belief down their throat. I mean, it's the most you've probably gotten. But, it's just like, why do you guys have so much hate? I mean, it's crazy. It's like y'all have no consideration for anyone except for you and your Bibles. And it's like, a life should be more important than someone's beliefs. And I know a lot of people are like, well, I believe in this religion, and if I believe in support gay people, I'm going to, HE double hockey sticks or, whatever punishment your religion has. And it's like, nowhere in there did I ask you to like me. Nowhere in there did I ask you to be a part of what I do. Nowhere in there did I ask you to join my lifestyle. All I asked was that you support me because so many gay people and people of other religions are unaliving themselves because of people like you all. And that's sad that children are unaliving themselves and you all are saying, they're of Satan, they're of Satan. It's like, if you're going to have that much of a hissy fit, why don't you take all you and your hateful believers and go somewhere else and deal with that? Welcome to the real world, sweethearts. It ain't pretty, it ain't perfect, and not everybody's going to fit into your little box of what you want them to be. And if you can't handle that, then you clearly ain't made for the real world. Because I've met a lot of people that are strange, that didn't fit inside my box. But you know what? I still got along with them. I still like them. I still hang out with them. Even though they don't fit my little quote-unquote box that I have. But you know what? I broke the box. Because you know why? Because nobody's going to be just like me, and I'm not going to be just like anybody else. And a lot of you all forget that with your beliefs. And it's like, y'all be the first ones to judge somebody, but when you're in their predicament, you want everyone's pity. And it's like, but if you didn't even help them, why should we help you? I mean, why do you want pity? You just want attention. You just want someone to like you. And it's like, whatever. If you're going to be that judgmental and hateful, I ain't going to help you no way. I mean, if it came down to it and I had to choose between having a gay black man save my life or a white man, I'm choosing the gay black man to save my life. I ain't choosing the white man. Because I know I'd be in safer hands and probably not be taken advantage of by the gay black man. Whereas I'd probably be in surgery taken advantage of by the white man. So, it's like, y'all be the first ones to throw your beliefs down somebody's throat. I have seen gay people that are like, oh yeah, gay is my whole personality, I'm gonna shove it down your throat. But it's very rare to come across those kinds of gays. But the judgmental Christians are something you see every day online, in person, and it's like, and you wonder why so many people hate you guys and don't want to be around you. Because you make everybody else around you miserable. You make everybody else around you so miserable that it's so pitiful to look at you. And it's like, do you not see that? Do you not give a rat's behind? I mean what? Like, seriously, it's like you guys let it just take over your brain. And you lost all common sense. I mean, I get it. I suffer from a lack of common sense. Some things that are so easy, I'll sit there and look at you and be like, huh? You did what now? You asked me to do what? But I would never abandon common sense for my moral compass. Common sense and morals go before anything, and I have morals. If you believe a book is going to stop you from taking advantage or raping somebody, or stop you from unaliving somebody, you need to take a look at your beliefs. You need to take a look at your moral compass. Because you should know right from wrong without having a book to tell you what and what not to do. And if you really, really say that, because I've seen that commented on several people's posts, it's like, if that book is really stopping you from taking advantage and unaliving people, you need to seek some help very quickly and very soon, because you are not only threatening, but now you're being a threat to other people's livelihoods and lives. Like, if you think a book is really going to stop you, or you say it's going to stop you, or it's stopping you from doing something harmful to another human or an animal or whatever, honey, I hate to break it to you, but you really better look at your beliefs, because there's no reason that should be the most logical thing for you to jump to. But that's it for now.